The camera recording was never supposed to be on. What it caught changed what this family understood about why their husky wouldn't stop watching. Maeve Callister was scrolling through her phone on the living room floor when it happened. Her daughter Iris, 2 years old, sitting 3 feet away the way toddlers sit when they're not playing, just inhabiting space, had been quiet for several minutes. Zara, their 4-year-old Siberian husky, was sitting directly behind Iris, with both eyes on the back of the child's head. Not resting, watching. Maeve looked up from her phone and saw it, and went back to her phone. Zara always sat near Iris. Zara had always been attentive toward the child. Their family vet had called it bonded guardian behavior. Their neighbor had called it normal. The recording from the security camera in the corner of the living room, the one they had set up after a package theft 6 months ago, and mostly forgot about, caught what happened at 4:17 p.m. on a Wednesday. Zara rose from her position behind Iris. She moved to the front and pressed her nose to Iris's face. Iris didn't react much. Zara pressed again, held, and then turned and looked directly at Maeve. Directly. Not at the room. At Maeve's face. Maeve had looked up from her phone for exactly 2 seconds, and then gone back to it. On the recording, she could see the second she looked up. She could see herself look away. They found the recording 3 days later, when Iris got sick. If you stay for stories about what animals sense before we do, you're in the right place. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Iris had been irritable for 2 days before she began vomiting. By the 3rd day, she was lethargic, the kind of lethargic that is its own symptom, the kind that makes a parent put their hand on a forehead and go very still. Her temperature was 102. The pediatric nurse line told them to come in. At the clinic, the blood panel showed what 3 days of symptoms had been building toward: a bacterial infection, streptococcal, systemic, already moving. Dr. Priya Nambiar, pediatric infectious disease, estimated the infection had been present for 4 to 5 days based on the panel results. 4 to 5 days. Maeve did the math in the car. Wednesday. The recording. Zara at 4:17 p.m. She pulled up the footage on her phone in the clinic parking lot and watched it 3 times. Zara rising. Zara pressing her nose to Iris's face. Zara turning to look directly at her. At the exact moment, Maeve was looking at her own phone. Dr. Nambiar, when Maeve showed her the footage, said something that took a moment to absorb. Dogs detect bacterial infection through scent markers produced by the immune response. When the body begins fighting infection, it releases a class of volatile organic compounds that alter breath chemistry. A dog with an intact olfactory system can register these changes before fever, before symptoms, sometimes before the host organism experiences any discomfort at all. She looked at the footage again. That was not a dog that wanted attention, she said. That was a dog making a report and getting ignored. Has your dog ever done something that made no sense until it was the only thing that made sense? Tell us in the comments. These stories deserve to be heard. Iris recovered fully in 9 days. The antibiotics worked quickly once they started. She was home by day 4, eating crackers on the couch with Zara lying against her feet. Those ice blue eyes open and watching. Maeve deleted several things from her phone that week. Apps she had been spending time on. She did not delete the recording. She has never watched it more than 3 times. The 4th time, she thinks, would be more than she could hold. She has a different relationship with Zara now. Not sentimental, practical. When Zara positions herself near Iris and holds very still and looks at Maeve, Maeve puts her phone down. Every time. Without exception. It is a small thing. It costs almost nothing. It is the only appropriate response she can think of to what that dog was trying to tell her when she was looking somewhere else. Every guardian deserves to be recognized, even the ones who never asked for anything in return. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one. Last week, Iris pointed at the husky and said, "Zara watches over me." She said it the way children say obvious things, as a statement of permanent fact. Maeve didn't correct her. She isn't wrong. Next, a dog that kept returning to the same spot in the backyard, over and over for 2 weeks. What was under the soil was the reason the whole family left the house that night.